Hello, welcome back to Antwill Reacts, and today we're going to react to Watchmojo again. And this one is Top 10 Thor Comics You Should Have Read. I never read Thor comics, because the only comics I read is Batman, Spider-Man, Static, and sometimes Iron Man, and Teen Titans. So sometimes Superman, but anyway, let's get into the video.
By Odin's beard, how is a mere mortal to know which tale starring the mighty Thor are worth thine time?
'Tis good to see you again. Are you ready for the upcoming battles?
You ready to get a watch?
Behold Watchmojo.com as we bring you our picks for the top 10 Thor comics you should read.
I do not wish to fight with you.
Nor I with you. But I intend to pursue Malekith.
For this list, we're looking at the thunderous Thor tales that are exceptionally well told and or have an important place in the Asgardians canon. Onward, true believers.
Your ancestors called it magic, and you call it science. Well, I come from a place where they're one and the same thing.
Number 10, The God Butcher.
It was Asgard
The God Butcher.
and its warriors that brought peace to the universe.
This 5-part series is an excellent jumping point for those new to reading Thor. Why? Well, in addition to being an exceptionally exciting and well-told story, it's set in 3 different time periods. Thus, a new reader gets a chance to see Thor as a rather callow young god, as the mighty Thor in his prime, and as an older, more mature hero whose wisdom has been hard-won.
Next.
And as a bonus, there's Esad Ribick's lovingly rendered artwork, which is as dramatically potent as it is gorgeous.
You must be mistaken.
Enough!
Number 9, Whom the Gods Would Destroy.
Stand aside, Hercules. 'Tis not you to whom I speak.
Stan Lee and Jack Kirby's Silver Age Thor tales have a vitality and boisterousness that can't really be beat. This 3-part masterpiece pits the Norse god of thunder against the Greco-Roman legend known as Hercules. Normally, Thor would win easily. Unfortunately, Odin decides to punish his son by taking away most of his power.
Sir, Thor is a man in love. Will you not have pity?
The resulting story demonstrates that, while Lee could definitely get a bit soapish in his storytelling, he can still pack in emotional punch that resonates to this day. Oh, those Kirby compositions are pure Asgardian gold.
Battle of the Titans begins.
Number 8, Scourge's Last Stand.
Wait. You know these people, Thor?
I, the Enchantress and her executioner. They are Asgardians.
Walt Simonson totally revitalized Thor comics in the 1980s. Simonson's work stands as some of the best Marvel stories of the 80s, and the standalone Scourge's Last Stand is a true classic. It demonstrates exactly how Simonson could look at things and characters in a new, totally original way. In this instance, he took Scourge, a minor and colorless villain, and concocted a plot in which he was humanized, fleshed out, and given an unforgettable moment of nobility. And he did it without shortchanging Thor or any of the other characters in the book. Number 7, Thor Disassembled.
You're a destroyer, Odinson.
One of the things that makes the Norse gods so different is the threat of Ragnarok, the end of the world, that perpetually hangs over their head. In this saga, Ragnarok finally arrives, and Thor must watch as many of those he loves are lost in a battle with the forces that would destroy them. Most amazingly, readers see Thor himself make the decision that ultimately brings about the destruction of the gods. Because they cannot win, he sees that they die in glory and thus achieve seats in Valhalla, the honored afterlife of the Vikings.
Fortunately, I am mighty.
Number 6, Frog of Thunder.
Hi. Just taking a little blood.
How dare you attack the son of Odin!
By far the oddest entry on this list. It's the kind of story that only Walt Simonson could have told. In this bizarre but strangely captivating tale, Loki manages to change the mighty Thor into a frog. Simonson recognizes that this is the kind of setup that inspires mirth, and he doesn't skimp on the humor. At the same time, it's a serious examination of what makes Thor the unique being he is, and how his personality shines through, no matter the body that encases him.
My friends, I'm just a man. I'll only be in the way, or worse, get one of you killed.
Number 5, Mangog.
Odin force
Oh.
on Midgard.
So, you finally ventured away
I know
from the
this
security
one,
of Asgard.
but I know the
Another
villain.
incredible Lee Kirby collaboration.
Oh
Mangog
my.
takes the concept of larger-than-life to a new extreme. What is Mangog? He is the embodiment of the hatred of a billion souls, an entire alien race that was brutally destroyed. And to hear Mangog tell it, the one who did the dirty deed was none other than Thor's father, Odin.
Mangog sought to make war with many, so we banished him to the Dark Realm, barring his entry into Asgard.
Is it any wonder he wants to make Asgard suffer the same fate as his own home? This is exactly the kind of epic that draws forth the very best from the limitless imagination of Jack Kirby.
Hulk? It cannot be.
Number 4, the Midgard Serpent.
Oh.
An entire comic made up of basically nothing but splash panels? Once again, Walt Simonson pushed the limits of storytelling, and his incredible and distinctive art made it work beautifully.
Thor's
The
weakness.
Midgard Serpent. The end of all things.
But the story is equally interesting. Thor, who is suffering from the curse of a nasty villain, is far more vulnerable than he normally would be. With his own ability to withstand the might of the Midgard Serpent impaired, he must choose how to win without losing his life. It's a classic situation told in an arresting and imaginative manner.
It's just you and I.
Number 3, the Ballad of Beta Ray Bill.
You are a fearsome creature, but I will not fall so easily. Surrender.
An alien with a human physique and the face of a horse manages to give Thor a run for his money. Walt Simonson made it not only believable, but refreshing and engaging as well. Beta Ray Bill initially seemed like a villain, attacking the God of Thunder and nearly besting him. He even proved capable of lifting the magic hammer Mjolnir. However, in the best Marvel manner, Bill's attack was a bit of a misunderstanding, and he became an indispensable part of the Thunder God's family. And he proved that appearances can indeed be deceptive.
Your ship is under attack. Come, Bill, to battle!
Face the wrath of Stormbreaker!
Number 2, Thor Rebirth. Legendary and controversial writer J. Michael Straczynski brought Thor back after a 3-year absence, and he did so brilliantly. Returning from the dead after the events of Thor Disassembled, the Thunder God finds himself alone in Oklahoma and must find a way to restore Asgard and all of his friends.
Found you!
Eventually, he finds out that all of their souls had been placed inside mortal shells, from which he must rescue them. Within the framework of a typical quest tale, Straczynski looks into what makes a hero, what makes a family, and what makes a life.
What hope is there for Thor?
There's always a purpose to everything your father does.
Before we reveal our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Thor the Mighty Avenger. The Eternals something saga. The Raging King Thor.
Number 1, the Surtur Saga.
The seal of Bor's sons.
Surtur.
But what magic could break it?
Probably no other hero is so at home in epic sagas than Thor. And Walt Simonson's story of the battle against the deadly Surtur puts the Thunder God right where he belongs.
The barriers to Muspelheim have fallen.
Surtur has returned.
With Loki joining forces with Thor and Odin, there's always an internal tension to the proceedings. And with the fates of both Asgard and Earth at stake, along with an uneasy alliance of heroes, tensions do run high. Yet, Simonson finds plenty of room for characterization and humor throughout. Plus, he blesses this action-packed tale with some of the most impactful compositions seen. It's a beautiful, moving, and enthralling story that stands tall in the canon.
You serve me now.
Doth thou agree with our choices?
Odin would wipe you all away!
What other sagas of the mighty Norse god should we have included? For more enthralling top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to Watchmojo.com.
I do not fear your lightning, Odin's son. Your magic is nothing against mine.
Okay. I don't know none of these stories, and they don't sound familiar, but I think one did. I think it was Thor Rebirth. So anyway, hope you guys liked the video. Subscribe if you want. if you're new, actually. Put the thumbs up and the like button. Comment on what you think, and I'll see you guys next time.